Good morning. I'm going to sell at Encinitas today. I just woke up at 6 a.m. I'm going for a little morning stroll, and it's gonna be a good day. It's a little cloudy in Encinitas today, but fingers crossed, I hope a lot of people come. I'm at the beach. I finished setting up super early, so I decided to take my soup down to the beach and have a little picnic. And it's so nice today. I wish I could just hang out here the whole day, but I've got work to do. So I'm just chilling until some time passes and people actually start coming to the market, but it's really nice. You definitely won't be able to tell, but there's dolphins out there. Oh my gosh. I love dolphins so much. I could cry. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, there's like a huge pod. Okay, I'm at the market. I set up and I'm gonna take all this to flashbacks before I sell. And then it's gonna turn into my $5 bin. And they're gonna hate my guts. Hello. The flea market is going well. The bin is killing it. The $5, $5, $10, and $15 bin is killing it. And I'm having a great time. I'm wearing this cute little corset, some jeans. What's up? Anyways, it's great. Here's the setup. I'll show you the other way. I got the picnic table with all the bags hanging out of the bin. Bin's killing it. I took it to flashbacks. They gave me like $2.30 for everything, which was sweet. I got my cute little Chanel bag, my jacket, and then the most beautiful dress I've ever seen. Wow. And then my little goodie bags and my bracelets. So cute. This one's my favorite. This one. My Von Dutch, all the tops. I reworked this one and it's so cute. It was like this huge pajama top. I'm obsessed with fish, so love that. This one's really cute too. I love it. And yeah, some tops, some more pretty dresses. And this crazy dress. Everyone loves to look at this, but it is not cheap. I won't lie, it's very expensive because it's such a good find. Some slips over here, some bras that are really cute, some more slips, and Encinitas, and the beach is right down there, and I love to swim over the summer when I saw here. It's the best. Here's Breezy, so cute. This top's insane. Wow. I hope you can hear me through all the music. But anyways, life's good. Alright guys, I'm going to give you the inside scoop of the downsides of working at flea markets sometimes. And here's a perfect example. Probably like 20 minutes ago, this is like just happens sometimes, crazy customers, but like 20 minutes ago this girl had 2 of my dresses. It was this one and then another one that I sold, but this one's I'm selling for $200. It's vintage and it's beautiful and it's obviously worth, you know. But anyways, she's got these 2 dresses and they're just dragging in the dirt and getting dirty, and her mom tripped on one and then it got even worse. It got even more dirty and like the dress was kind of damaged, obviously. So I said something to the girl. I was like, hey, you know, like I can't get these out, but you guys, you know, I know it's an accident, but you guys did damage the dress. And she was like, well, this is a swap meet, what do you expect to happen? And I was like, well, I keep them separate and I keep them hung up from everything else in hopes that they don't get damaged because they are my more expensive items and I want to make sure that nothing happens to them. and I was like super friendly, and I understand that the delivery and those things are very important. So I was being sure to be very kind and gentle, and it just didn't go well. So I walked over to the mom and I let her know, like, hey, the dress was damaged when you tripped on it, blah blah blah. And she immediately just kind of blew up on me and started saying a bunch of crazy stuff. And yeah, it wasn't fun, but you have to deal with people like that sometimes, I guess. And yeah. Anyways, though, I'm gonna just have a fun time and show you all my favorite things that I'm selling today, and then I'll feel better. But yeah, that lady was really mean to me, and it was not fun to be treated like that at all. But it happens, and I'm just being honest with you about the reality of selling at flea markets, because you will get some crazy people sometimes. But anyways, back to the clothes. Here is a top I reworked. it. Oh wait, let's do 0.5. Okay, there we go. I reworked it. It was really cute. It was a big nightgown. And then I have my Playboy corset. That's really nice. This top is fun. It's terry cloth, and it's very old. Made in the USA. Wow. And this one's really fun too. Timing USA, I love. It's a nice little square neck. Super sweet. And then, what else do I want to show you? The trains are loud. Oh, this is another true vintage dress. It's this little blue Hawaiian dress. So cute. This is really cool. It's mesh on some of it, and then rib the rest. And it's really nice. This one's really cute too. And it's very old. Cat napping. Very cute. Oh, this vest is great. Somebody didn't button it back up when they tried it on, but it goes like this, and it's really nice. And then I have some cute Betty Boop. You know. What else do I want to show you? Oh, here's another Playboy, but this one has the little patch that I love, and that's a great find. It was actually a really expensive find too, but Oh, here's another PJ top that I reworked. So cute. And then here's a really pretty top. It's a really pretty, like, periwinkle blue. Wow. And it sparkles in the sun. That's great. I already showed you my fish one. There's something, oh, I thought something was missing, but it's just off the hanger. I drive myself crazy. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Ooh, these pants are fun. They're like mesh. They're mesh pants. They're amazing. And then the party's starting, you guys. This is a really nice Fredericks piece. It's like a one piece, I guess, but it's very nice. I need more words to describe these items besides nice. But here's this red corset that I love. This I got in Florida at an antique store, and it's really cool. Anyways, what else? Yeah, I guess I'll just kind of like do some of this and just kind of really go through it all, and you can see everything. Ooh, Victoria's Secret. Very nice, very nice. I need to fix the racks because they're all getting caught. Oh, yeah, I do. Hey! How cute! Update. I'm stuck on the freeway. The cops have been stopped. Ooh, busted. Anyways, I hope everyone's okay, but there was a car accident, and I've never experienced being the first one stopped, which is interesting. So I hope everyone's okay, and I hope that we can get out of here soon. This guy's busted for sure. He won't stop inching up, and that cop just called his ass out. Okay, Silver Lake is over. We're at thriftcon now. Here's my setup. It's hot. Update. My shop is a hit and I'm pretty hyped. It's been like this all day and I'm freaking so happy, finally. But it's going good and I'm doing well. So I'm pretty excited. ThriftCon is crazy. I am so overwhelmed and I have to pee so bad and I can't because I'm by myself. Wow. I've been up since 3 and I haven't eaten a bite of food today, so this is amazing. I could be in tears almost because the booth has been so busy all day. And it just feels so good to have it be so busy and so packed all day and to make so many sales. It's amazing. Good morning. This portion of the video is going to be me sitting back on this couch explaining to you the whole story of how ThriftCon came to be and my experience reselling there and some things that went on with thieves. And yeah, just the whole inside scoop of how everything went and some tips and tricks. So it's around 20 minutes long, so buckle your freaking seatbelts because I love to talk. Good morning. It's the Tuesday after ThriftCon. It was a crazy weekend. I did Silver Lake and Encinitas, and then Saturday night I had DM'd ThriftCon earlier in the week and asked if they had a spot and if anything fell through, and they never got back to me. So I was like, okay, well, I was supposed to sell in Roseville on Sunday, and then it was raining and it's an outdoor event, so I didn't want to go to Rose Bowl and I didn't think I would do well, so I decided to stay home. And then like at maybe 7 p.m. Saturday night, ThriftCon DM'd me and was like, hey, I know this is so last minute, but we have a spot for you if you want it. It's $325. It's a 10 by 10. If you want it, it's yours, but we understand if you can't make it since that's so last minute and a huge commitment. And I was like, oh, I'll take it. So I scrambled for like an hour to try to find somebody to come help me sell because it's such a huge event and there's thousands of people that come and it's very overwhelming, and that's the one event where you actually do need someone there. But I didn't end up finding anyone, which I'm kind of glad because on my way there was a lot of rain and it was probably the scariest thing I've ever done, driving in the rain that early in LA. I left San Diego at around 3 a.m. and it wasn't raining for a while, and then like the last 15-20 minutes of the drive, I would say, I was driving on the freeway, it started raining, and then I was like the first person stopped in traffic when the police will go like swerve back and forth on the freeway. I was the first person that was stopped in traffic. I could see the ambulance up there, and we were stopped for probably like 10 minutes until they like put out the fire thing, the little flame things on the road. Anyways, so we were stopped for like 10 minutes and then they put those out, and when I passed the car, it was really, really scary. There was one car and it was completely upside down. It had flipped. And yeah, it was really hard to see that, and I just hope that everyone is okay. But seriously, driving in the rain, especially in California, is no joke. So, I mean, I'm really glad everybody got to ThriftCon safely because everybody I talked to was like traumatized from how bad the rain was. Everybody was slipping and sliding everywhere. Nobody could see. It was foggy. There was like that water vapor in the air. So it was a really, really scary drive, and everyone shared that experience. So yeah, but besides the drive, I mean, overall it was an overwhelming day. But it was also a lot of fun and very rewarding because I had a lot of people in my booth all day, like I showed you, and it was just like sale after sale nonstop. So it was a really awesome feeling, and I'm really, really glad I ended up going. I'm in my storage and the lights are slowly turning off. But yeah, this is my little couch that I keep in my storage. But yeah, overall, ThriftCon was a huge success. Like I said, I was by myself, so I did get a lot of stuff stolen, unfortunately, but honestly, there's nothing I can do about that. I mean, I was at my booth the whole time. I didn't eat, I didn't go to the bathroom because I couldn't, so that was tough. But yeah, besides the stealing, I mean, it was a really awesome day. Besides the stealing in the rain, it was a really awesome day. And I did end up catching someone stealing. I caught 2 people stealing, and I will tell you how it went. The first girl, so my booth is like boxed in. So I have this, and then I have the back, and I'm standing up at the front. And there's not really a lot of room to like squeeze between, like go outside of the booth. You kind of have to go through the front entrance because it's very like tight. Technically you could, but I feel like most people didn't do that. But yeah, so I was standing at the front, and I see this girl and her friend walking away with one of my skirts that was off the hanger, and I knew she was trying to steal, because you don't take something off the hanger, because I don't have a changing room. So things, unless you're standing in front of the mirror and I can see that, if someone's taking something off the hanger, I know that's a red flag. It should never be taken off the hanger. If you're ever reselling and you see someone have something that's off the hanger, ask them to just put it back on. That's what I do before it happens. Because I caught a girl before, last time I was at Rose Bowl, she had taken this tiny little tube top off the hanger, and I saw her with it. She had also put her tote bag, she had like kind of wrapped it like around her neck like this, and she's wearing it at the front, and I saw her, she was holding the top like this, and I could tell she was just about to do that and walk away and put it back on, you know. So I see that, and I know what to look for, and this is how you know. I'm telling you right now, this is what you look for, this is how you know someone's gonna steal. But she had it there, and I was like, hey, I need that on a hanger. Normally, if I see empty hangers, that indicates to me that somebody has stolen something. So just to make me feel better, I'm gonna need you to put that back on the hanger. Also, it's $35 if you would like to purchase it. She said no. By the way, everything I have is tagged, so when someone picks something up, they can see, oh, it's tagged this price. There's no question. So when I call someone out like that and they put it back, that's how I know they're trying to steal. So she put it back, and then I was just like watching her. She was with like 4 people, and I was watching all of them like a freaking hawk. And her other friends decided to buy some things. I think they were freaked out because I had explicitly said, if I find empty hangers, I know someone's trying to steal or already has stolen. And I think that when I said that, by like the look in their faces, I think they knew I'd caught them red-handed. So they ended up buying, a couple of them bought some things, and then after that, the girl that was trying to steal, I was like, hey, you know, I know you were trying to steal, I know you're young, but this is just me. Like, this is all my hard work. I'm out here by myself. Like, it's really messed up to steal from someone like me or anybody else here, because this is it. Like, this is our stuff, and you're stealing directly impacts us. So I just want you to know that, so you can, you know, have that in mind next time you shop here. And of course, people never actually admit to it, which I totally understand. I mean, I would be really embarrassed if I got caught doing something like that. But yeah, I think it's best to just like go with your gut. And if you have a bad feeling about someone who's in your shop, or like something that's already happened, or you see something, I would say like I always call everything out, not even just like bad things, but I'm someone who I call everything out. So I think that's best, because you, instead of like punishing them, you're just like letting them know that you know, and you're putting them on the hot seat and making them uncomfortable. And when somebody is trying to steal, they deserve to be uncomfortable and they deserve to get put on the hot seat, because that gives them the chance to realize their behavior is not okay, and it gives them the chance to change their behavior and change their actions before they actually get into real trouble, which I cannot put them in. I can just encourage them not to do it again and educate them on why it directly impacts me and why it hurts me. So I think that's the best thing to do. And I am intense, I will say, but obviously, like, some level of intensity is warranted in a situation like that. I'm gonna go on to my thriftcon experience with stealing. I'll continue the story. The other girl, her and her friend, she had a skirt that was off the hanger and she was walking away from my booth. I saw it immediately. I knew exactly what I needed to do. So I walked up, I grabbed the skirt, and I said, "Are you going to pay for that?" And she said, "Oh, no, no, I don't want it." And I was like, "I'm sorry, but you need to pay for this. I know you're trying to steal so you can pay for it. This is messed up." And she was like, "Oh, no, 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 I don't want it. I'm not paying for it. I just wanted to show my friend." I was like, "You're trying to steal it. Like, I know you're trying to steal. Just pay for it and leave." So she refused to pay for it. And her friend was standing there and she was like, "It was probably an accident." I was like, "You don't accidentally take someone's stuff and walk away with it. Like, you took it off the hanger and you walked away with it. That's no accident. You're not trying to show your friend, why are you leaving my booth?" So obviously I caught them red-handed. My mistake was to check the friend too, because the girl who was stealing the skirt had a tiny little mini purse, so she wasn't able to fit it in the purse. The other friend, however, had a big yellow bag. And I should have thought about it, because obviously if one person's stealing, the friend knew she was stealing, obviously. So if the friend knows she's stealing and she's okay with her friend stealing, then maybe she might be fine with stealing too. And that's my theory. I think that they both were stealing from me, and I think that I only caught one in it and the other one happened to get away, which is why the friend was pushing so hard for me to just let her go, because she didn't want to get caught as well. Does that make sense? I hope it does. But anyways, yeah. All of this is just a really good learning experience for me. So at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason, and you know, I'm not upset. The last one were these two friends, and they were, normally if there's a lot of chatter, that's another thing. If there's a lot of talking and contemplating going on, I try to really read into people's behaviors when they're in my booth. But if there's a lot of chattering going on and kind of like hecticness going on and a lot of time spent in my booth and not many things being picked up, I pay attention to it. I don't automatically go to they're doing something shady, but I pay attention to it and to the volume that they use, and I really read into things. But anyways, there was a lot of chattering, a lot of time spent in my booth, a lot of things being picked up and put down and blah blah blah. And so whatever, they're doing their thing, and then I hear a comment, oh it's $75. And then like a couple minutes later, I see the girl walking away with the shorts that were $75. That were my favorite shorts that I shouldn't have even brought, but that's besides the point. I see her walking away with it, and like I said, I'm at the front of my booth, so if you're leaving my booth, you have to walk past me. Her and I make eye contact. I see the shorts, and she puts on this big show. Oh shoot, oh, I forgot, I just walked away with her shorts, let me go put these back. And she made like a huge scene, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that, I'm gonna go put these back. And then I walk into my booth and I corner, and I was like, I know what you're doing, you're lucky, I'm gonna let you go, but I know what you're doing, and do not pull that stuff here. And she turned bright red and she left. So yeah, all I have to say is I don't assume you're stupid, so don't assume that I'm stupid, because I'm not, okay? Let's just assume that we're all smart, reasonable people here. some of us may be a little more unreasonable than others, but I'm not an idiot and I wasn't born yesterday. And I find it very hard to believe that you accidentally just walk away with something that was too expensive for you to want to buy. You know, common sense. Anyways, so that was funny because I caught her red-handed, and it wasn't that big of a deal to me because it was such an easy fix. And yeah, like I said, I think it's a great thing to call people out when they do that and to put them on the hot seat, because you do not want people at those events doing that to anyone else either. And if I guarantee you that when I call someone out like that, they're not gonna try to pull that stuff with anybody else. Like, if I were them, oh my gosh, I would die, you know? So yeah. Also, what I will probably start doing, I'll probably just start videotaping people. And if I catch them stealing and they don't want to pay for it, I'm going to be like, okay, well, I have you on video and I will do whatever I want with this. And, you know, there's the potential for other things to happen by this, you know, something like that, to where they know they got caught and they know there's evidence of it and they're like, well, shoot. Because if they end up paying for it, then there's nothing I can do, you know, they did the right thing. But I feel like that should be, that's fair punishment for the crime, I think. I don't know if that's legal. I'll look into it. Anyways, besides all the stealing, I really loved my setup. I didn't get a ton of footage of it, I know. I was so slammed at thriftcon, but I had this, it's supposed to be for a photo backdrop, and it's that like it's for a photo backdrop, but instead of putting like the white sheet over it, I just use it as like a display thing and I hang the clothes up. I saw people do it at last thriftcon and I loved the way it looked, so I did it this time and it was a huge hit. Everything that I put up was for display only. So a lot of people came in, realized it was only display, and then ended up shopping for other things, which is what my goal was. You gotta have things that bring people in and make people interested in your stuff. And that's why I never sell my big green Von Dutch bag, because every time I go somewhere, it's always, oh my god, the Von Dutch, and it's a huge hit. So I keep that there, and then I just put a little tag that says sold on it. So then when people walk up to it, and because before I was having the issue of like people like taking my display items off that were just for display and like picking it up. But if you put a like tag or something that says sold or like display only, then the chances are less likely that people will like move your stuff and take it down. I did have one guy take something that was display only down, and that was it. But the rest, like, luckily nothing was really moved much. What else? It was, okay, yeah, overall, just, it was a crazy success. I've never had that crazy of a booth. And I also incorporated, I got that big canvas bin. I got it from the Container Store. It was a pretty expensive piece, but the bin generated me $150, and that's all stuff that I would have taken to like Flashbacks or somewhere like Buffalo Exchange to trade in, which I did at Encinitas. So first I got all of the stuff that I just wanted to get rid of and recycle, whatever. I got it all and I took it to Flashbacks. They bought what they wanted. I think they, like I said, they bought like $230 worth of stuff, and they bought 33 items, and then I take it to the markets and then I sell it for like the 5, 10, 15. I do 5, 10, and 15. I put a little paper and I say this is the 5, 10, and $15 bin, because that way when somebody, it's like a, I'm good at what I do, and I realized that this weekend I put a lot of thought into it and it ends up working in my favor. and I'm very happy that I've gotten to this point. But I do 5, 10, and 15 because it's like a sliding scale. So if somebody's like digging in the bin and they get one thing, okay, well, I could say $5 and not make that much money, or I could say $15, and depending on what it is, I could end up making $15 off that item. But if I only put this is the $5 bin, then that's the only thing I could make. So that works well in my favor. And I did that a couple times. However, if somebody picks out like 5 things from the $5 bin, from the $5, $10, $15 bin, then I'm like, okay, well, I'm more willing to give them a deal now. And typically, like with the bin purchases, they weren't really making any lower negotiations just because it's already so cheap. So I really loved that about the bin. And also, it's just like fun. I realized people really love to dig and they love like to find a good steal, and that was probably like the most popular thing. And so people see that bin and they're digging, and then they look at my other stuff, and yeah, it worked out great. I'm really happy I ended up investing in the bin. And I think that having such a pretty looking bin is very appealing, because sometimes people's like $5 piles, I'm like, I don't know if I want to look through that if it's like on the floor and like super messy. But having it in like a pretty aesthetically appealing bin, I think really adds to the experience of the hunt. So yeah, bin was good. I also think it's a good idea to have kind of a variety of items you're bringing. So recently I've been finding jewelry from the thrift, and if I like one piece of the jewelry, or like if it has charms on it, then I'll like make other things out of it. I really like to make things, so I do make my own jewelry, but I also find jewelry and either rework it or sell it as is. And I have these, I don't think I have any at my storage, but anyways, I made a cute little display for it, and I just put like $25 a necklace, please ask for assistance. So the idea was that if they like a necklace, they just take the hanger, bring it to me, and, you know, buy it from there, which I think I sold 2 or 3 necklaces, so that's $75 alone. 75 to 50 bucks alone. That's really good. That adds a lot, and for such a small thing that's so easy to bring, that's great. So little things like that, great. Next is, yeah, like my bracelets that I make, those also add to just like a small amount of profits. I probably added another like $28 in bracelets alone, I think, which is like such a small thing I can bring and super easy, just like super simple. And then yeah, I think I covered pretty much everything. But yeah, thriftcon was amazing. I will say it's in terms of like the amount of money you can make versus how much it costs. I mean, it definitely was my best day of selling, but I've also had days at Rose Bowl that cost me like a space at Rose Bowl cost me $106, but if I split the booth with someone, which normally I do, then that's $53 that I have to pay. And if I'm making over $1,000, that's a really good day, and that's most days at Rose Bowl. Is I make over most days I've ever sold at Rose Bowl, I make over $1,000. So that like cost, there's like technical terms for this that I don't know, but like the cost of the booth versus how much I make is very good. Whereas at thriftcon, I did make over $1,000, but the booth costs me like $325, like I said, so it ended up being the same amount I would have made at a great day at Rose Bowl, which is still not bad. And it is like the experience. It's also indoors, so there are like having an indoor event and having that many people come is a luxury. But in terms of like, was it worth it for me? Yes and no. in this case, since Rose Bowl was a rain out, yes, it was worth it. But if Rose Bowl had been opened, I would have gone to Rose Bowl because I would have ended up making probably around the same amount. But with Rose Bowl or any other event, you're kind of rolling the dice a little bit more, which I know. And at ThriftCon, it can be more consistent. And it was just a lucky day because, like I said, it was raining. Californians do not like the rain, and that led to more people coming. I think they sold more tickets than they normally do in LA, so that's really good. So yeah, series of very fortunate events this weekend. Encinitas was also pretty good. It's been pretty slow. I'm really hoping that more people learn that the market is there and start shopping more, because it's been really slow since summer ended, and it's very hit or miss there, but it's so close to me and it's easy and it's fun. But I do hope that things get better there, and I'm sure that they will in time. But anyways, that concludes my ThriftCon LA and I guess story times and tips and tricks for reselling and how to stop a thief. But I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be back with some more thrifting, reselling related content very soon. So thanks for watching.